that has the 4-inch.
Yeah.
Like that's not gonna fit. I'm sorry. You know, you're gonna spend another $2,000 if you're gonna put a system in this car. And she said, I don't want to spend.
So she just had some random speakers that she put in her other car?
So she had a Camaro,
Yeah, I got that.
and they took the whole system out.
Oh, so she wanted
Big
to try to...
Phoenix Gold 6-channel amplifier and
like
everything.
those kind of things?
Like the previous one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
Moral to the story.
Yeah.
Know what you're buying?
No, I mean, you change your car, keep in mind, you probably have to change the whole system again.
Well, that's why most people
When you
just
go
leave
to from American car
to
a German car.
Yeah, I mean, most people leave their stereos in their cars,
Yeah.
especially if they've had them for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
You know,
that was just funny. Just trying to
explain it to her.
explain it to her.
Yeah, I bet.
You know.
Hey, what's up, Christian? How's it going? Sorry we're a couple minutes late. Apparently, Fernando was trying to explain to someone that the world is not flat. It is indeed round.
Oh, man.
It is indeed
I just
round.
feel bad that somebody's gonna take their money like that and just like, oh yeah, we can do that, no problem. Boom, boom.
Well, yeah, but there's plenty of people that'll do that.
I know, it sucks.
I mean, it's, you know, it's just what it is.
What's up? Wow, Johnny, I haven't seen you.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
here for a while, man.
Yeah. What's up from Belize? What's going on?
Eric.
1 amp to power 2 10-inch Alpine type Rs. I mean, if you want to go Alpine, I mean, a 1,000-watt amp is ideal for 2 type Rs.
Mm-hmm.
So a true 1,000-watt, like 900 watts is cool. So like an LC, AudioControl LC 1.800 is cool. Rockford T750.1. Any, like an R2, 1,000 or 750, I think is what they make, but they also make a 1,200, so you can probably actually go up to the 1,200 on that one.
Correct.
Which, you know, let's get it out of the way right away. Today's, oh shoot, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Ah, crap. Dude, I don't know what's going on with the computer here. But,
Well, anyway, somebody say first time, first live. Well, David, thank you so much for watching. I hope you...
Make sure you turn off your Wi-Fi. Because even though supposedly now we have amazing Wi-Fi, it took forever to do anything on this.
Lies.
The world is flat. In fact, Spaniards said so. Ponce de Leon. Let's switch to the Fernando cam real quick because I think we got about 45 minutes on the Fernando cam.
All right.
Today's show is brought to you by Black Screen of Death. AudioControl featuring the new LC2i Pro. That's right, this is the sexy packaging it comes with. Now you get the subwoofer volume control included. Now the LC2i Pro has AccuBass. One of the big features that makes the LC2i Pro unique is that it now has a AccuBass light. We'll switch fingers so that you can see when this thing is working. You have your GTO on and off. You have audio sense. Now you have load resistors built into it. It takes 2 speaker input and gives you 4 speaker output. So you can do a main, which if you're using a full range output, you can go off to an amplifier such as a 4-channel that you may be doing fronts and also subwoofers. AccuBass is only on the subwoofer section.
You know, I particularly like this part of the
the load
resistors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you guys know, in some of these cars, you need some load for the speaker. As soon as
I thought you were gonna say some love.
Yeah, they too.
You are welcome, Jason. I'm here for you, bro.
So this one, here you go. Sponsor of the show, AudioControl, guys, today.
And if you guys have never been to their website, shame on you, but you can find it at AudioControl.com. That's right, they actually got AudioControl.com. Of course, you can find factory upgrade systems right here.
Did you get the link for the video of the LC2i?
I was actually doing it right here.
All right,
so
because if you guys watch it
more
before,
about yep, hang on. Keep talking.
We actually have a video, a full in-depth video on the LC2i Pro, how it works and everything.
Yes, that we did back in like December.
I think that was when the beta test came out. They sent it to us. We tested. We filmed the video, and it's in there.
I'm gonna try to find it.
Right. What's up, David? Thanks for the help. Oh, Jason says thanks for the help yesterday.
Yep, I got him.
You got him?
Yeah, new benchmark and high level to do. Oh, there it is, right there. All right, let's
What do you think about the Kicker Q Class Dual 12s?
Oh my God!
Ooh,
dude.
that's a lot of power.
If you got the budget, that is definitely something to go with for sure.
Well, no, we don't carry Audio Legend. We don't. We carry a lot of brands except that one. What's up, Gargif?
Anyways, if you'd like to know more about the LC2i Pro or the new LC1i that will be coming out, oddly enough, we have a video here that describes all the features. You can find it at the new benchmark and high to low level adapters from AudioControl, the LC2i Pro.
It's funny because I just find it.
Car Stereo Lab. It is in the Car Stereo Lab playlist, but it's right there.
Yeah, perfect.
That has been out for months and months and months.
For months and months and months?
Yeah. Pretty cool, and we take it through its paces for sure. So if you want to know more about it, definitely head over there and check it out. In the meantime, let's get to some questions, shall we?
All right.
Recommend three-way front wired passive active for matching two-way or coaxial rear budget, 500 to 700, running off of a D61200.
All right, it's funny because right now this one says live.
Oh, it's the artwork. It's just the artwork.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, it's just the artwork.
You gotta change it.
I gotta change the artwork back to the other artwork.
You gotta change it.
Yeah.
Because that's not.
I'll change it after the show. I changed the title, but I didn't change the artwork, and I can't do that while it's up and active. So I don't think I can, anyways.
Anyway, all right, yeah. I mean, you can do it later.
Yeah, I'll deal with it after the show.
97 degrees in Texas. Wow, that's crazy.
Anyways, an affordable three-way set for $500 and $700. Check out the Focal Access. Also, you could check out the Morel Ultras. Maximal Ultra three-way set. Any one of those would kind of fall into that. If you want to build a three-way set, Kicker makes, of course, 6.5 tweeter components, and then they also offer their new 2.5-inch mid-range, so you can make your own three-way set. The reason why they did this is that way you could take a 6x9 or a 6.5, do whatever you want, and then add this into it. And if that's also the case, like if you have a 6x9 and you like to do, Morel also makes a version of this as a standalone speaker that you can do that with as well. So, like, you know, and then also I don't know where the Virtus fall, but the Virtus have a three-way set as well that comes with their little mid-range, which is also, but I think that kind of falls out of that price range that you're trying to hit. So one of those.
I have a question. I have a BDX 1600 with an Alpine Type R10 and keep blowing the subs. Gains are set correctly. Don't know why it keeps blowing my subs.
Well, the gain's not necessarily set correctly for what you got it cooked up to, so you may need to turn the gains down. Just because you've set them for -5 or -10 dBs of overlap, that doesn't mean they're set correctly. That just means you've set them for -5 or -10 dBs of overlap. That's still 5 dBs and 10 dBs of distortion. That's what that means. So you might be getting a lot more power of that amplifier that's capable of doing, causing that amplifier to clip and causing your subwoofers to blow. Another scenario could also be that you have a wrong size box. So there could be a problem with the box you're using via the port, via the sealed. There's only so many things that can cause a woofer to blow. Most of the time, it's you're trying to get more out of them than they're capable of doing, and that is 100% the gain. So when someone says they have the gain set properly, is it all the way down? Because if it's all the way down, chances are good you're not going to blow those woofers. So if you have it turned up too far, even if you're using an oscilloscope or something like that, if you're setting it for -10 or -5, that still might be too much for them to handle. Yes, it does.
Alberto, sí vendemos cable del cero.
There was a question I wanted. I don't remember what it was.
All right.
Can I borrow the mouse? Go ahead. It was a quick one.
2.5 channel amplifier Pioneer can be controlled with one bass knob.
That was the one I was looking for. No, you got to use 2 bass knobs. Kind of sucks. Does the 1057 XR have factory chime control access? So when when you use an iData kit, the iData kit comes with its own chime. So that particular kit in the Chevy gives you a speaker output so that you can then regulate what you want the chime volume to be. And yes, you can regulate the chime volume inside of the controls for the Maestro. Hang on. Ah! Mosquitoes. Yard fodder time. Die, bitch.
Wow, that bad, huh?
Oh, they're attacking my ankles. Thanks for the Kenwood DMX series. They are so helpful, especially the first one. I know. Well, that's the thing. Anytime we do an unboxing, even though we don't do them a lot anymore, if we're going to do one, we want to give you all the pertinent information that you might be looking for. So basically everything I think I might want to know is what I include in the video.
That's right.
So
now smells like...
It smells very floral.
Floral. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I got a 2020 Mustang. What kind of setup do you guys recommend? It is surround sound possible?
Anything is surround sound possible. With the DSP, you can do all kinds of magical things for sure.
Yeah.
Depending on which Mustang you have, meaning do you have the 3-way front stage or do you have the 2-way front stage, there's plenty of things that you can do. We've got a couple videos with the Mustang in it, both old and new. So I would suggest kind of going back and checking those out. One of the most popular things we do in the Mustang is the Focal Flax 3-way set, if it does have the 3-way set. We have a lot of fun with that one. And of course, in the spare tire areas where we like to put everything.
Thank you, David, for the $10. From Anthony, it is true the DD1 will not work with the 10 amps. I don't even know.
Yeah, I know what they're saying. That was a question that came up the other night.
Gain right? Great.
Well, because what we were talking about is
Thank you for the $5, man.
A lot of the Brazilian amplifiers don't actually use a gain control. They use a volume knob. So, which is counterproductive to what everyone has been taught up until this point in their life, that the gain is not a volume. But on some of the Brazilian amps, the gain is indeed a volume, which should be kept at a minimum. So as far as whether the DD1 will work on that, if we ever get a Terra amp in here, we will definitely try that out and let you know. But be mindful that yes, when setting up a Brazilian amplifier, you kind of got to figure out if it is. Now, I know on the ones that we work with, which is the Sound Digital, they have a distortion detector built into them. So as you're turning up the gain, which if you check the video out that we did, the Car Stereo Lab a couple weeks ago, where we put the Sound Digital 800.1 into the lab, along with the 404, we used the method that they recommended to set the gains. The first one was done with a digital multimeter, and then this next one was done with the distortion detector built on the side of the amplifier. Both of the amps are still in your car?
Yes.
Any blown speakers?
None. And I play it.
You play the shit out of it?
I'm all the way up.
Kip secretly loves Rockford Fosgate. I would not doubt that.
Okay, whatever.
Minnesota in the house.
Hang on. I have a 5-channel amplifier. I don't, but I do. 5-channel amplifier behind the rear seat and a double cab Silverado. It is the best to make sure.
Short ground,
wired
to the floor, or run it all the way to the battery. In that particular Silverado, you're fine with a short ground to the bed to the floor. Yes, it's a steel truck still. So by all means, make that short ground. Screw that thing in nice and tight. Do not use a ground bolt. Make sure it has its own bolt. The pane is nice and solid. It's nice and clear. Nice little circle. Nice little nickel-sized circle where that ring terminal is going down.
Nah, man, no bolts, no C bolts.
Go bolts, baby.
And thank you for the $5, man. All right, I have this one. Can you hook up 4-channel and a monoblock amplifiers to the LC2i Pro?
Technically, yes. However, what you're looking at is, do you want front to rear fade? All right, and that's the thing. So a 4-channel amp basically needs 2 channels of input, a left and a right. There is no such thing as quadraphonic sound in the car audio world, meaning whatever's coming out of the front 2 speakers is going to identically come out of the rear 2 speakers. Now, if you have some form of a DSP or something like that, then yes, you can then delay them and add different effects to them, but for the most part, no, they are identical. Grab the cam when you're done taking your sip. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. All right, so if you look at the LC2i,
just take it out of
hold on, let me just grab the one out of the box.
Oh, you don't want to rip the bag?
I mean, we have one already out of the package. So if you look at the LC2i Pro, you have a left and right input. So if whatever's powering this is just a dedicated left and right signal output, come into here and you have your main output. As long as this is full range coming in, why are you so close? As long as this is full range coming in, you'll have a full range signal coming out here that you can then go into your 4-channel amplifier. If your 4-channel amplifier has a 1+2, 2+3 switch in it, that is telling it that if you put something in 1, it's going to clone it to 3. If you put something in 2, it's going to clone it to 4. Then you will then feed that. You can use your gain control to fade down the rears if you want. You would set both of them to whatever. I like to use -5 dB gain setting, and then if the front is nice and loud and the rear is nice and loud, you turn the rear down, so that gives you your balance, and then you come out of the subwoofer output off to your sub amp and everything is sweet.
Jesus Delgado, thank you for the $20, man. Thank you.
The equal loudness contour.
Nick.
No, you'll have to send me some information on that. Go ahead.
Nick, thank you for the $5. Shout out from Trinidad. About to cop either the Helix Mini or the AudioControl DM608. I play with both softwares and I'm comfortable. Which will you choose?
I really don't know. I've never really kind of thought about it.
Well, you know, I mean, which one you feel it's more...
I mean, I don't really...
Easy to you?
I mean, they're both going to get you to the same point.
Yeah.
It's legit. They're both going to get you to the same point. I don't think one of them does anything better than the other. I got my PT9A Plus. Thanks for the discount code. Hey, thanks for reminding me of that.
Jonathan.
Hold on. I think I need to restart my computer. Let's go here for 1 second. Switcher tie-in on air. All right, there you go. So, guys, listen. MobileSolutions-USA.com is giving you guys a deal on the PT9A Plus. If you're a member of the Clean Wire Club, you should know this by now. However, for the rest of you that have somehow missed it over the last couple weeks, you can pick up the PT9A Plus Polarity Tester, which we do have a wonderful video up showing you how you have until tomorrow at midnight to save it and get it for 99 bucks. If you don't own one of these and you consider yourself any form of installation, if you're going to be helping your friends, I don't care what level you are, if you do not have this polarity tester in your toolbox, how are you even considering yourself an installer? It's the best $100 you're going to spend. Polarity is one of the most important things to check when a car sounds bad. Even if you're putting in a simple radio with 4 speakers, if you're not checking the polarity to make sure that all 4 speakers are going the right direction, and you're like, yeah, man, ship it. And then the customer comes back and it sounds like crap, or your friend calls you and says, this doesn't sound right. I'm getting weird sickness. Polarity tester would have solved that problem. You have until tomorrow at midnight. That's it. Use coupon code 5-star, put it in your bucket, get it, have fun. Go ahead.
Thank you, fan of the truth. The next hoodie will be 5-star tuning the world. 1 card at a time. That's pretty neat.
Thank you. Damn it, I'm gonna have to remember that.
Anyways,
right,
this is a good one.
All right, go ahead.
All right, hang on. Let me find it. I lost it. David. Hey guys, David from Boston, Massachusetts. I have a question. Which one do you recommend? LC2i Pro versus the Epicenter?
Well, that really depends, and I will tell you why. Hold on, let's go. So the LC2i Pro has AccuBase in it, and AccuBase is designed to bring back to fix bass roll off. All right. So as you're turning up the volume, and you have your highs and you have your lows, and they move in tandem. At some point, the highs are going to keep going, and the sub is going to plateau. It's not going to get any louder. If you have that phenomenon in your car, then clearly you need something to fix that. However, not all cars have that problem. And if your car doesn't have that problem, then an epicenter, there again, you can still use an epicenter with an LC2i because the AccuBase does not do what epicenter does. But if you don't need the base correction, if you don't need AccuBase, then you can actually get this. This is the Epicenter Plus. The Epicenter Plus has high level to low level adapter built into it right here. So it has the LC2i input built right here, right where the mouse is scrolling around next to these RCAs. So you can actually run RCA inputs, or you can run high level input into it. And this can be your high level to low level adapter and your, you know, whatever. You get where we're going with this. And it has an auxiliary input. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow.
All right.
That's nice. So anyways, 2 devices. I need to get one of those because we talk about it a lot.
Says Fernando, how's those amplifiers? They running hot? They normal, man. They hot. Yes, they are, but not like, you know.
It's an 800 watt amp that's this big.
Exactly.
And if you watch the video, I even said I commend them for the fact that they tell you the temperature that these amplifiers are supposed to get, and that the part that got edited out was, you know, only the lowbrow guy is going to be the one that, you know, puts his hand in there and grabs it and burns it, and, you know, the little sun, you know, little logo, Sound Digital.
I tried, believe me. I tried. I was like playing it, and then I was just like,
you know,
okay. No, I mean it's hot, but
I mean it's not Indiana Jones where it's like, you know.
Okay, that's too much.
Okay, sorry.
Ford Mustang 94. My stereo wiring is detachable and mix around. I just grab whatever.
You grab one?
Yeah.
How come you guys don't use a bit 10 for any of your builds? Because the bit 10 is kind of antiquated. I like the Nove, and I like the Odyssey. I like the Forza. I like the HD.
HD.
But the bit 10 is old, and there are better things out now. So
the Virtuoso. I mean, in that line,
you know, there's. You gotta remember when the bit 1, the bit 10 came out. That was it, man. That was all there was. Those were like the 2 to choose.
That was one of the first ones?
A plethora of DSPs to choose from. I would much rather go with something new that is developed. There again, if I'm gonna sell somebody an Audison, I'm gonna go with the Nove. I like that one. You know, it's 9 channels of fun and excitement for sure.
Darrell, $4.99. Thank you. You guys are the best. You guys have helping me a lot setting my car. Dean, you and Rack are amazing.
Thank you. Did you get the 1999?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm on top of that.
I knew you were. I got it.
All right, Brandon. Thank you for the $2, man.
Wow, that would leave a scar. Oh, that was funny.
What's that?
That was good. Axeman, he goes, that would leave a scar, and he put scar and spelled it like, yeah. What's up, guys? Late. That's okay.
What's up, El Fernandez?
Can you share your opinion on the Stinger High 10 versus the new Kenwood 10-inch? Optical out versus features of the Kenwood, etc. All right, let's talk about optical out for a second. Let's lay that one on the table, because that's one of those things that y'all are just like, what about optical out? All right. What about optical out? What are you going to be taking that optical out into, first off? Because the whole purpose of optical out is going from a digital signal to a DAC, digital analog converter, all right? So, if you have a radio that has a high-end DAC built into it, then there's no purpose of taking that signal out to another DAC and having this DAC that may be sub-quality to the one you're using to do that. Prime example of that. The Sony GS9 has a Sabre DAC built into it. Probably the best DAC on the market for, well, it's one of the best DACs on the market, okay? There'd be no reason to take a optical output into an inferior product to do the decoding, because this is already doing it, so you use RC output. This is one of those things that's getting a little carried away out there, and everyone just needs to dial it back a little bit. So, Kenwood doesn't, at present, have a Toshlink output or a digital output because they felt that they were using a superior DAC in their radio, and they were doing the conversion there already. So there was no purpose, there's no product in their line that it's going to go output to and feed that's going to do a better job. Most products that have a digital input on them have not a good DAC. So why would you want to go from a really good DAC to a crappy DAC and then off? So now put that in position of a radio that might not have a good DAC in it. And they go ahead and they put a output on it so that you can then go to a better DAC. All right? There's a reason why things cost more than the other. So, is that a feature? Yes. Is it better or worse? Not necessarily. So I wouldn't lose any sleep over that. Now, as far as the two go, when you look at the High 10, it's a fabulous radio. It's got a lot of very similar features to the Kenwood. Build quality, Kenwood is going to win every time. That thing is built like a tank, and I mean that in every freaking... Is that what you need, though? I don't know, okay? Is it worth an extra or whatever it is? Might not be. You know, there's something to be said about nice and easy clip in and go, whereas with that, it's like screw, bracket, screw, you know. So now as far as like the behind the screen look, oh, the Kenwood looks a lot nicer. I'm not a big fan of the accordion booth that the High 10 has on it, but then again, I'm not looking behind the screen. They're both awesome units.
All right.
Do what you want.
Hi. I have a 8.9 Forza amplifier.
Okay.
And I have a focal 100K2 power and 4-inch mids and the tweeters. Do you think I need to add capacitors to protect the speakers?
I guess the question would be, are you going active?
Right.
So if it's a Forza active, meaning you have channel 1 and 2 on tweeters, 3 and 4 on mids, no. There's no reason to add capacitors, because if you set the crossover up properly, there's why go active if you're just going to go passive? Doesn't make any sense to me. Never has. I don't get it. Set the crossover up properly, and you're doing the same thing. A 6 dB little choke on there isn't going to take the place of a 24 dB crossover network. It's not going to save you. It's not a fuse. It's a capacitor. Now, if you're going passive, like 1 and 2 is both the mid-range and the tweeter, well then obviously you need a capacitor on there of some kind, or some form of a passive crossover network, in order to make sure the tweeters play tweeter and the mids play mid.
El Fernandez, thank you for the $20, man. Have a great weekend. Stay safe over there too. Hey guys, it's a JL 200 250.1, a good for 8-inch MBX 250 watts RMS sub and seal box.
It's a 200?
Yeah, it's 250.
I mean, it'll play
250.
It'll play it. I mean, the reason why a small amp blows a speaker that's overrated, so to speak, which this isn't. That's right in tolerable ranges. Because the JL amp, it says it's 200. More than likely, it's probably 250, 300 watts, because they do the whole American thing. The woofer can handle it. But the reason why that's always, well, you can't, if you buy a sub a true 1,000-watt sub and you put like 500 watts on it, you're going to blow the woofer. You're not going to blow the woofer because you're putting 500 watts on it. You're going to blow the woofer because you put 500 watts on it and you set the gain to negative 15 or negative 10 dBs of gain overlap, and you just keep turning it up, and you're trying to get more out of it than it can do, and you're just sending constant heat, known as distortion, into the driver, and that heat is cooking that voice coil, and guess what? Boom, dies. But no, if you get into a car that has 10,000 watts and you play that car at volume 5 for the life of that car, you are not blowing the speakers for underpowering them, because technically you are. If you want to play that game and use that analogy, because they're never moving, they're never getting up to dance, they're just, hey guys, what's going on? Yeah, but they're not going to blow because they're not getting overdriven. So it's something to think about.
All right, Brandon here. I think he dropped $3. Thank you. I have a Mazda 3 2020, and I have a 2500 RMS. How many batteries should I add to the system? And my alternator amp is 130.
Well, the real question would be, so you really, all right, how many batteries? Well, how are you going to charge how many batteries is really the question you got to back out of it and ask, okay? So if you have a 130 amp alternator and that's what the car requires, then that's all you got to play with is 130 amps. Now you could add a small battery backed by the amplifier so that you can facilitate the current flow better, But just adding more batteries into the car without a way to charge them, which clearly you don't have, because if the car has a 130 amp alternator, that 130 amps is there to power the car. If you're driving around and the headlights aren't on and the air conditioner isn't running, then obviously any excess power that's created can go off into those batteries, but that's probably not going to happen because no one drives with their air conditioner off. So the real question is, how do you plan on charging however many batteries you have? You have a 2500 watt amp, at least something small back by the amplifier is probably a good idea. You know, decent small size, but that's probably all you're going to have the ability to charge with your factory electrical system. Now, if you're trying to build something SPL orientated where you're going to build a big box, it's going to be super excited. You're going to have a 2500 watts for the highs, a 1200 by 2500 for the sub, big 1200 watt for the highs, and it's just going to be like screaming. Well, then you might want to invest in something that plugs into the wall. Obviously, you're not going to be putting an alternator in there because there's no room for it. But Stinger does make some battery chargers that you can mount into the car, and then you can plug it in at night, and they will charge those, those funky batteries all night long. And then when you come out in the morning, you'll be all set and ready to go. You may have to charge it once a week. It just depends on how you're playing it.
How big yours? Yep.
So something to think about there.
Hi guy, thank you for the $15.
Yes, it is time to call McMahon. Yeah.
Hey guys. I have an AudioControl ACM 1.300 paired with a 12-inch kicker downfire and sub with a passive filter, but it keeps turning off after like 5 songs. Thinking about getting an LC 1.800.
Yeah, so my guess would be you're overdriving the little 300 watt amp. You want to get more out of it than it's capable of doing. It's understandable. I mean, it's a small amp. It's really 300 watts, and that's all it is. Similar to that, Haley has a downfiring sub in her car, kicker. I went with the kicker Key 501. It's a little bit more power than that, but yes, going up to the LC 1.800, you'd definitely be having plenty of power there. So as long as your voltage is good, meaning if you put a digital multimeter on it and the amplifier is staying at the voltage that it's supposed to stay at, then yeah, going up to a bigger amplifier so that it doesn't have to stress so much might be the solution for you. Okay. If I think of what else I was going to say about that, yeah, I got nothing. Go.
All right. What do you do to fill more bass in a small box? Should I fill the box?
Oh, with polyfill? To fill more bass in a small box.
I mean, I don't think
there's really not much you can do. I mean, it's going to give you what you want. I mean, if you're trying to get a lower sound out of the box, then something like an epicenter might be the way to go.
Right.
Because it's just tuned wrong. Sometimes adding the epicenter will allow you to do what you want.
Maybe.
But
yeah. Right here. Where is it?
Hey, Bobby.
With the dual Q class 12, handle the 24.1 kicker?
Yeah, that'd be fine. In the Jeep JL with the Alpine system, is there enough room to mount a mini amp under the driver's side dash? Spoke to you guys on Instagram using the GZ mini amp. So yes, actually we just did one yesterday, the day before, and we put the right underneath the dash. So between, like, we took the thing off and it went right there. What we fit was the Kicker Key 501. All right, so the Kicker Key 501 fit there perfect. With enough wire, with enough room. So I think I had an inch on either side for my bracket, I don't remember specifically. But if you go over to kicker.com, you can check the measurements of that amplifier and compare it to what you have, and just figure you add about maybe a half inch. Figure about a half inch on either side, whatever the length of it was. Because I think it was a half inch on one side and an inch on the other. But that's the room you have. So if your amplifier is bigger than that, then no, it's not going to fit. But if it's about that size, you're golden.
Thank you for the $2, Noel. El Fuego, $5. I have the Rockford T1005.
Okay.
I need recommendation for a loaded subwoofer enclosure in a SUV. I have a max budget for the subwoofer of $1,000.
Ooh, wow.
It's okay. The T1005 is not just 500 watts.
It's 500 watts, yeah. Well, if it's a T, well, okay, it depends.
T1000X5, yeah.
Yeah, so that's yeah, it's 500 watts. 500 watts. So it's gonna be a 10.
Do you do a P310?
I mean, a P310 is really the biggest you can put on that and have success. Anything past that just kind of
then if you're
just spending money to spend money.
P212 is like it's the same. Nah.
Yeah, that would suck. I would still do a
P310.
P310 in the factory box.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has enough power for like a Q class. It's 500 watts. I mean, we typically put like 9 on that to get those to dance. Yeah, I think I would be looking at like a P310. Yeah.
Do you see how old me uses the Milwaukee drill? It's crazy, man.
So what's that?
The Milwaukee crimper.
Oh yeah, I know. Guys, hey, when you got $5,000 to spend on a crimper, go to town.
Not kidding, right? Wolf Williams, $20. Thank you for the tuition. Thank you.
Hey guys, love the video. Never miss a quick question. I'm getting engine noise and wondering if grounding out the RCA cables really works. Help. The reason why you see the grounded RCA cables on Pioneers, they have a Pico fuse inside of them, and if you are not lining up the RCAs and you have it on, you will blow the Pico fuse inside of it, in which case, yes, grounding it will help. However, most of the time that does not help. The easiest way to check and see that is to just take your digital multimeter and go to the outside shield of your RCA and go to ground in the car and see what you have going on there. It should be fine, like it should read good unless there's something wrong with your equipment. Now, as far as ground noise goes, there's a lot of reasons why you could be getting that. First off is, of course, a bad ground on the amplifier. Make sure you have a good one. Take a digital multimeter. You have to have a digital multimeter, guys. If you don't have one of those, then we can't see the electrons moving or whatever they are inside of the wire to know what it's doing. So you have to have a digital multimeter, and you have to test, check your battery voltage at your battery, check your battery voltage at the amplifier. There shouldn't be much deviation from that. If there is, well, that's a clear indicator that you need to dig further and find out what the heck is going on. But there's all kinds of fun things that can create that noise.
That's right.
And sometimes you just can't get rid of it. Like sometimes there's something wrong with the equipment you have, and the noise is just a side effect of that equipment.
Saludos, Jose, California.
Oh yeah, good call. Remember, guys, October 23rd.
Well, we remember.
That's a Friday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's October 23rd at Kicker. Kicker's doing Kicker on Mask.
Look at 25 hertz, eh?
Yeah, on point. Definitely on point. So for those of you guys who didn't know this, Kicker is doing a show, the SEMA show that they normally would do at SEMA. They're going to make it online. So if the 23rd of October at 6 o'clock, if you guys tune in to either their Facebook page or their YouTube channel.
6 o'clock Eastern time.
Eastern Standard Time. And you can actually start as early as 5 o'clock because they're going to start pre-roll, just like the Super Bowl does, an hour early, where they're going to have like bloopers and other videos that they've put together so that everyone can get in, get comfortable, get your popcorn. And then they're going to introduce to you all the new products that are going to come out in the first half of 2020.
There's going to be a tailgating?
Well, the cool thing is they're giving away a ton of prizes. So there's going to be like 10 opportunities to win prizes. So if you're not watching, you can't win cool prizes. So it's going to be... the prizes will be some of the new products that are coming out. And then if you stay tuned, there's going to be an after show. And the after show is going to include the two of us, Mr. Hi-Fi Vega, and of course, Mr. Big D Wiz. And we'll be talking about all the cool stuff that they just showed us, thoughts. I can tell you this. I know what they're going to tell us. And if you guys aren't watching, shame on you. Because it's going to be some really cool stuff.
All right, in the 2019 Toyota Camry XSE JBL 9-speaker system, Amplifier.
What year?
2019.
Okay, go ahead.
What would you upgrade with the Flux? what will you upgrade? With flags or morels? Also, what subs do you use?
You guys like to ask that question a lot. Will we do Focal? Will we do Morel? Will we do Audison? Will we do insert name of any high-end speaker brand out there?
Yeah.
And the answer is always going to be about the same, in the sense that I like Morel, that's a known thing, and he likes Focal, that's a known thing. But those aren't the only two brands, and those aren't necessarily what you have to go with. What I like to say is, what type of tweeter do you like? All right, because they're two totally different animals, and where that starts is with the tweeter. Morel uses a soft dome cloth tweeter, which is very soft, very mellow, very lifelike. It's not fatiguing, but it's also, because it's not up in your face like the hard dome tweeter that Focal uses, which is what he likes. He likes it like bam, So there's two totally different sounds there, and each manufacturer does a version of this, meaning some manufacturers use a dome tweeter and some manufacturers use a hard tweeter. Some use both, like Blam. They have both a hard and a soft, depending on, what your mood is and what you think you might want. So that's something you have to ask yourself. Once you figure that out, then you can decide which one you want to go with. So if you like that nice hard tweeter, yeah, or you like that nice smooth tweeter that's more of a, it sounds very like, hey, I'm in the club. I'm just not in the club per se. I'm in the bar and the guy's playing up on the stage. Something like that.
Ooh.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. I'm with Bobby.
Bolt tweeters. Bolt tweeters for the win. And there again, it's funny because like we were talking about the other day, like Morel made a horn-loaded tweeter out of their dome.
Yeah.
So you had a dome horn-loaded tweeter. It was phenomenal because it was loud, but it was a Morel, so it was very musical. Yeah. It was scary.
Check your DM, man. Bobby tags you.
I did. I got it. I just got it last night. I was busy. I saw it today.
Man.
I'm going to take a look at it. I got a drive to do after this, so it's on my list of things to do.
All right. I just got a Focal Flax install. Perfect. Music quality.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Okay, go back.
All right. I got a Focal Flax install. Music quality on streaming service seems really crappy.
No.
Sounds distort.
No way!
On some songs, but not others. Or I'm just imagining.
You are not imagining it, my friend. It's called compression, and it sucks. All right.
What are you using for source? Like,
if you're streaming Pandora, all right?
Ooh,
Pandora
horrible.
Is the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's nothing against Pandora. You have to remember, where we're at in the world right now is 24-hour, non-stop, constant access to everything that we own. We need to have it now. Unfortunately, bandwidth isn't always our friend. All right? So, in order to do that and to get these free music streaming services, guess what they do? They feed you it, but they feed it at a good enough, thing. You look at something like Tidal, opposite side of the page. Tidal charges you $20 a month, and they will stream high-res out to you, and they will crush your data plan like it has never been crushed before. You can download some of the songs to your phone so that you don't have to do that. However, they are big files, and they will take up room. So if you didn't buy the big storage in your phone, well, then it might not be so cool. All right? But yeah, streaming services suck. The worst streaming service, and people pay for it every month, and I just giggle my ass off, is SiriusXM. SiriusXM sucks over the air. It's the worst. I've had guys come in with brand new cars, and they want to spend a ton of money to make their SiriusXM sound better, and I go, dude, that's silly. Stream it on your phone. Yeah. The streaming service actually sounds better than the over-the-air service because of just the whole thing. It's garbage. Yep. But yes, okay, so I use iTunes, and I use iTunes for many reasons. They have their compressed media. There are better things out there, like Spotify now has their version of high res. Amazon has their version
like
of
right now
high-res.
has
and those sound good.
Yes.
But there again, if your bandwidth slows down, guess what happens? You'd be listening to one song one day in a good part of town where you got lots of bandwidth and it sounds spectacular. Drive over the other side of town where bandwidth sucks and it sounds like total dog do. Yeah. I download all the music that I listen to over and over again onto my phone. because I just like to have it. I don't want to listen to a crappy version of it.
All right. Right.
If it's in good, if it's indecent, or decent. What's the definition of indecent? Never mind.
All right.
It's in, okay, God, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You good? You okay?
No.
All right.
No, not.
How will you tune a self-power sub to a factory head unit? I have an LC2I with. Just wondering, I don't have the DD1 or voltmeter or any. So how will you tune it?
There are certain things, my friend, that you still have to use your ear on. So, yes, there's no magical way to set it. If you get a self-amplified subwoofer, something like Rockford, one of the ones we do all the time, which is the P310, 12,
yeah.
T, R, all that. You just got to use your ears, man. So the best thing to do is you can tune your LC2I because it is capable of doing that. That's what the maximize light is for. So you're going to tune this separately. You don't even have to have the output of this plugged in anything to find out what the maximize light is doing on there. And the LC2I has it as well. So once you've got that set up, then what you're going to do is you're going to turn up the volume with it playing and play a track that is going to be what you're listening to. So, you know, don't like all of a sudden go, I want to play some Booty Bass Down Productions, and you will never ever play Booty Bass Down Productions. Play the music you're planning on playing. Well, because you know, how many times have we sat in a car? The guy sits there and painstakingly takes the time to figure out, you want to open that for her? Painstakingly takes the time to describe what they want to listen to, and then you hop in the car and they're playing Going Back to Cali, and you're like, what the heck? You said you don't listen to this stuff. Well, I got this one track that I want to hear bass on. I'm like, hey, we didn't set it up for that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So play something you're going to listen to, start turning it up, and, you know, most of the time, here's the thing. Most of the time, if you're using something like an LC2I as your high-level to low-level adapter, the gain on your amplified subwoofer is going to be all the way down. Because this thing is going to be putting out way more voltage than that thing is going to handle. We know this. They all use basically the same basic amplifier, and it has really crappy input sensitivity. When we set up the P300s, the gain is all the way down. It is never anywhere past that. It does not.
Everything is all the way down.
Every time is all the way down.
That's right.
So,
everything is all
thank you. 47 minutes in. Let's do a quick right here shout out to our sponsor, AudioControl. That's right. AudioControl is a sponsor of this show. Check this particular product out, which is the my battery's getting ready to go dead. Which is the Epicenter Plus, which is an epicenter with a high-level to low-level adapter built into it. Haley, could you do me a favor? Could you go to my backpack and grab me my power plug out of the front zipper pouch? As well as new to the product line is the LC2I Pro. That's right. Few new features on this. It now comes with the bass knob, and also AccuBass has a light, which makes it easy to set up.
And load resistance.
Load resistance.
Ooh,
yeah. Bottom,
right.
front thing. Yep, that's it. Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Oh, this one is about to die too.
Yeah, that one we knew we had 40 minutes on.
Wow, you don't even charge the cameras today.
Suck.
Wow. Shout out to Jeff Smith.
Oh, is Jeff there?
I don't know.
Probably being quiet.
Dad, you gotta give it a second.
I don't do that. I want it now. Hi, Haley.
Hi.
Fro says hi. All right.
Best budget double din.
Best budget double din?
Yeah. Good volt output with remote.
Oh,
will be sick.
I don't even know who makes remote anymore. Probably
Pioneer.
Yeah, Pioneer. Pioneer still puts remotes in the box. So yeah, if you need some of the remote, check out Pioneer.
Yeah. The best budget, that will be Pioneer. That's 4 volt.
Okay, come on, you can do it.
Hey, nice. Sony, Gangwood. I mean, but he won a remote.
Yeah.
So I don't know if his Sony give you a remote still.
Just to clarify here,
what?
That company that you're mentioning on there, WaveTech, wasn't around anywhere. Hasn't even been around for a minute compared to AudioControl. Okay, so they're not copying anybody. If anything, it's the other way around.
That will be the other way around.
So
exactly.
Let's play a history lesson here, and then we can go from that. Don't get me wrong, like both the companies, but Yeah, come on.
Let's go.
Let's play what it is.
Yeah, it is Metrac dash kit for a 2017 Durango, worth the price, and your option.
Well, everyone makes one for a 2017 Durango now, I think. I know iData makes one. I think, is that the Durango?
Ooh, I have this one right here. Look at that.
This one's cheaper because it is all built into the RR. So I would check the DUR1 and then just go with something that's RR compatible. And if you upgrade to the new RR2, you can have 4 triggered outputs, or
what do they call?
Maestro Programmable Outputs, MPOs.
Ooh,
hey, got it right. I know, right? Mark will be so happy.
Yeah.
So yes, you have 4 MPOs so that you can, and
MPO.
if you get that big 10-inch in the dash, that actually has, you can assign buttons.
Thank you, E10.
So
Thank you for the $10.
Pretty cool. Super sexy.
Kicker key 500.1 with the L7T8 or 10. How we do the 10?
I have the 12 in Haley's car.
Yeah.
I have the 12.
I mean, the 8 is cool, like but the 10.
How do you like your subwoofer?
Good.
Could you put a little bit more excitement into that?
It's booming.
That's booming.
Grab the Fernando cam.
No.
How's that subwoofer, Haley?
It's good.
I mean, it's no quad box, right?
Never.
You miss the quad box, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. She misses the quad box. It's so sad. All right, next time, bro. Anyways.
That's right.
But yes, no, the 10 is fine. If you want to go bigger, I would go bigger. That's just me.
Go bigger.
Do you guys ever use DAP? Like, no.
File?
Yeah, the little cools. I mean, I've got to play with them, but no, I don't have one. It's one of those things that I wanted one really bad for a minute there. You just want one because it's nostalgic.
It's the sunny one.
But
yeah, El Fuego, the Boring Live rocks. There you go. $5.
Gotta love it.
That's why you got $5.
All my girlfriends hate my system. Haley is cool.
That was good.
Oh my gosh, Christmas is coming.
Christmas is
Oh
coming.
my gosh, he literally gave you $5 because of Boring Life Rocks. I thought he just made that up.
No, El Fuego doesn't make things up, man.
He's
Other than
fired.
a really cool name, you know. Okay, so this show just jumped the tracks. Thanks, Haley.
Sorry.
You know what? That's okay, because what we want to do is we just thanked our sponsor, which is AudioControl.
There you go.
Let's head over to let me do one thing here. Get to
Wait. Oh. Ugh, so selfish.
So selfish.
relax. All right, guys. So, winter is coming, as we all know, and with that, we've designed a new 5-star shirt. So we have long sleeves and hoodies available with the new 5-star logo. If you're interested, make sure you head over to teespring.com/store/5star, where you can pick up the new 5-star t-shirts and hoodies. This is it's what it is. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about this one. Put a lot of effort into that. Oh wait, I know. Okay. Also, if you want to find out what we use when we do installations, we have D&F Tool Drawer. That's the place you can go and find all the tools that we use for installation, except for an aux cable. We don't have that on there. I haven't gotten around to it yet. But everything else is here, so it's all conveniently located in little subcategories to make things fun. And of course, if you want to know more about the LC2i Pro or the soon-to-be LC1i, make sure to head over to the YouTube, check out the new benchmark in high-level to low-level adapters from AudioControl, and it is in the Car Stereo Labs playlist. Oh, fun.
That's right.
Right? I tried really hard on that one. And also, for those of you that didn't know, Eddie Van Halen passed away this week. It's very sad for me. Very sad. I'm a big Van Halen fan. Any of you that have ever won anything from us, when you get the 5-star lanyard, it is a Van Halen lanyard that I make. It's
where is it? Right there.
behind my head. That's the red and black on the wall right there. Big fan. Sad moment. So that's why I've foregoed the 5-star shirt in commemorative Van Halen fashion. I know, it's super cool, right?
It is cool. Yes.
It is a tearjerker. It is a sad day. It is a sad day.
All right.
That's it. That's all we got. Listen, guys, thank you so much. It's Saturday. In the immortal words of Elton John. I guess I'm feeling all right. I don't know. Either way, I don't care. Listen, do your thing. Go have fun. It's the weekend. If your bars aren't open, stay at home. If your bars are open, get an Uber. Lyft. Exactly. Program these into these kids, guys. They gotta know. They gotta know. You know? It's weird with just like seeing your arm. There you go. We're way past social distancing things here. Anyways, crazy times right now. We want to see you guys back here on Monday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on the Facebooks, the longest running car stereo talk show in history.
Don't forget, in December is going to be
Christmas
and a lot of things.
We haven't talked about that yet.
No.
We haven't talked about that. But make sure you stay in the Clean Wire Club if you haven't joined that on Facebook. For one, if you post a cool picture, Fernando might pick you for the album or the photo of the week where your picture gets to hang out. I was fortunate enough to apparently do a good enough job to make it this week.
You did okay.
I guess there wasn't any good competition this week. Anyways, we want to see you guys back on there. We gave away the PT9A over there, and of course, you still have a chance to, let's just hit it right there. If you use coupon code mobilesolutions-usa.com, 5-star, then you can get the money off. You have until Saturday at 12 o'clock, guys. I can't say it enough. You need to own this damn tool, okay? With that being said, it's over. We're out. Have a wonderful weekend. End the show, Fernando.
Bye, guys.
Bye.